All right, Beardos, it's me, Orty from Orty's Beard, the biggest beardo of them all. How are we doing tonight on this fine Monday? We've got about 50 minutes in my time, in my land, before it's actually Tuesday. But hey, round of applause for your man Orty. He got on the day, before the day ended for most normal people. See, I gotta explain something to you before we get into the game. Orty here. I absolutely set my clock by me. Not what the fuck's going on in the world. Yeah, you guys all have a 24-hour clock, but we still do daylight savings, which doesn't make sense. Can't they just wake up earlier? I love farmers, though. Thank you for feeding everybody, literally the world. You need farms. It doesn't just come from the grocery stores, folks. That's like the middleman in a drug deal. But I lost my train of thought. Jesus Christ, I like to ramble. But anyways, I'll watch the stream and go, oh, that was my train of thought. It'll probably come back to me halfway through. Farmers are awesome. I guess that's where that ends. Farmers, thank you for being the backbone of the world. Oh, yeah. Beardos plus Orty, the biggest beardo of them all. All right, let's go. Story mode. We did some arcade last night before bedtime. I got a little sleepy. The mansion was the mansion was tough. So basically what's been going on in Timesplitters, if you're just joining the stream tonight, which reminds me, I gotta join my stream. It's pretty bad when neither one of the admins are in the stream. Alright, let's go to subs. That'll tell me I'm live. Yes, he is live. Look at that big, beautiful bastard right there. And I realized something. I can't hustle you folks. I can't do dastardly things with movie magic, if you will. I'm growing a beard. So it's really hard to do like timed releases for my videos. So I basically, sometimes I'm doing them the minute before. Hey, I know that person. It's already 5'9". My other alias. That's my real account. If you try and add that account, I will ignore you. Because in real life, I am an introvert. Couldn't tell by the way I never shut the fuck up. No, I want you to charge. Oh, thank God I checked that out. This device, USB controlled by this device. Charging tablet only. We don't need you talking to the PlayStation all that much. Sorry guys, I should have had this shit set up, but hey, at least it's streaming. I'm on camera, no freakouts about that tonight. PlayStation, if you're gonna peddle peripherals, please make sure they fucking work. I've had to reset so many goddamn times for this fucking camera to work. I get it. It's a good way to make a revenue source after you sell the consoles, and I love you for it because, I mean, you're going to still make consoles, and right now Microsoft's kind of floating the drain on that, so who the fuck knows, right? I get it if they don't. Like, I mean, they're already Microsoft. They're already on computers, and, I mean, PC Master Race are all hail the Master Race. I mean, come on, you can do so much more with a PC. I want a PC just to play with mods, you know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of modding options on a console unless it comes, like, I think Bethesda put a few out for Skyrim, the ski resort game for all developers to go work on and re-release for another console. Have they released, like, even announced? Because, like, E3's, I'm old as dirt. E3 used to be the way I got my information, and unfortunately, they killed it. E3's dead. Oh God, Mommy, it's over! And that is a reference for my Canadian viewers. If anybody gets it, throw a comment down. You win a prize. That prize is my internal admiration that you know what that show is. That's how, honestly, Canadians that grew up in my generation that catch that reference and know it, that's why we have a sense of humor. That's why we can laugh off some pretty bad shit. I mean, it's not always a great way to deal with things, but I mean, imagine the people that can laugh off some of the worst shit. Imagine when you push them to their edge. I think that's why, like, when Canadians enter a war, people are like, ah, fuck. We pissed them off? Oh, god damn. And that's one thing I like about Canada. We can always find a way to laugh shit off. I mean, look at our current Prime Minister. We've been laughing at him for like 8 years. But thanks for legalizing pot. That was cool. like, isn't that like the highlight? I'm not political. I don't care. I just want somebody to run the country fairly for everybody in it, and we're coming to it. Like, I mean, fuck, imagine being some of the students that are trying to finish their goddamn lessons and now they're cut off. The immigrants, it's just a mess over here right now. But because the U.S. is such a bigger mess, our dumpster fire always kind of gets, it's more like a small trash bin fire compared to what goes on in the States sometimes. And I mean, isn't it just all about getting along in the middle somewhere? Like, nobody's gonna have it all their way anyway. Like, let's follow some basic rules of just human decency and let bygones be bygones. Because I have opinions on shit, but I mean, at the end of the day, what people do behind closed doors, provided they're not hitting their significant other or their kids, I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't care. As long as you're not hurting somebody else's day, do you, boo? Alright, I'm gonna rip one more ball. We're gonna get into this, guys. That's Orty's big opening dialogue. I feel like a late night host. I gotta do some fucking skit. And then we'll play some games. And then I won't talk for like 30 minutes because the game got intense. And that's one thing. If you're watching the stream, new to the stream, new to me, you'll notice something. When I'm upset, I get quiet. It sucks because sometimes I'm just focused. Because when I'm like hyper focused, I'm completely silent. I'm in my own head talking to myself. Yeah, I can do that too, but I don't like to. I like to share all my thoughts. Swear to God, some of my neighbors think I'm fucking schizophrenic because I talk to the dog when I walk them. But people don't know you're talking to your fucking dog. So in my neighborhood, there is a stretch of section, and if any of my neighbors watch this, you'll know the section. But it's around the corner from me. I call it Dog Shit Alley, Poop Alley. And the thing about Barney, my Shih Tzu, he loves to roll. He scents. He rolls his scent on things. I think that's what he does. But we make jokes about it. He has two types of rolls. He rolls when he's happy and scenting, and that ends with a pop up and let's go. And then there's a protest roll. Now, when you get the protest roll, you fucked up. You fucked up real bad, and he needs to tell you immediately that he wanted to sniff where you pulled him away from by... So I'll pull him, he'll be sniffing. I gotta set up the scenario. So he'll find something, and this dog can sniff. I call him CSI, or Horatio. I need to get him the glasses so he can... Crime scene solved. If I'm dating myself, totally would. But yeah, anyways, he likes to sniff. He takes 5 minutes on a patch of dirt that, to me, you, and even other animals that probably have a hyper sense of smell, looks like a patch of dirt. So my little buddy here, I fucking love him. I love that dog to death. If you pull him away from that spot and he wasn't quite done, or he thought there was more there, he will stop and throw himself to the ground like a child not getting a toy in a toy department aisle of whatever department store you've ever seen a kid freak out about a toy in. Because it's happened to everyone, everywhere, somewhere, at some point. You've seen it. You might be the parent and be like, oh, I'm so fucking embarrassed. Or you might be like the parent and be like, yeah, that's just how my boy acts. And, well, your kid's a little devil. Little devil. I like it, but hopefully he doesn't grow into be a big bastard. Okay, so anyways, we pull Barney away from it, right? And he'll flop down and roll like a child in a Walmart throwing a temper tantrum. And ultimately, then he gets up and he gives you a good old snort. And when you get the snort, that's how you know, folks, it was a protest roll. God, I can tell a story that makes... Kevin Smith. I love Kevin Smith. Loved a lot of his movies. Thought he was a great satirical comedian, or comedic writer. Even comedian. I mean, he plays Silent Bob. If you don't know, go check them out. They're great. But start at the start and end at the end. And see kind of how he's had to curb his comedy even. But Kevin Smith has this ability. If you ever watch an Evening Harder, when he goes to like the universities or the auditoriums and does like just Q&As with his fans, he has a way of segueing away from what he's talking about, and I think that's where I really connected. Like I don't connect with celebrities or Hollywood people a lot because I'm like, they're just fucking people, man. They just do their jobs really well, and we appreciate them at a high level for it. I'm not gonna take political advice from the fucking Rock. I'm sorry. Go sell me some tequila. Go do some action flicks. Like, I like The Rock. I love what he's done. I'm an action guy, so of course I love The Rock. He's done some great action films, but I'm not gonna go vote on what he fucking tells me to vote on. What the fuck business do you have in it besides you're famous? Like, go away. I hate celebrities that do that, so I just always try and look at them as people. Now, that being said, it's not like I live in Hollywood where I see them every day, and I've never actually... I think the biggest celebrity I've ever been close to, as an adult anyways, that I knew of, was a country singer, and I don't want to screw his name up, but I was working at a burger place or a restaurant, and they did this sled fest where you brought your snowmobiles and raced them. It was pretty cool. It was a fucking really neat event. But there's a celebrity, and I honestly, I feel bad for them because I kind of got to see kind of what it is for them. And like, I felt so bad for the guy. But he was, I want to say Jason McCoy, but I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But he came in, and he was racing his sled. He entered his sled, and I thought that was gnarly. I'm like, yeah, see, just a person. He has hobbies and, like, admirations beyond being famous. It's just remember that when you're putting them up on your pedestals. They're all just fucking human, dude. But I felt bad, because the guy we did this cheap burger chili special, just something to eat, get him from the cold. It wasn't a elegant event, it was a fucking sledding event. You need something in your gut that tasted good and was like not super expensive or breaking the budget, because I mean, these guys are already spending a lot on their machines and the gas and everything to run them and to be there all day. So guy just wanted to have his burger and chili and like autographs, and like the servers were even bugging the dude. I'm like, yo, when you ask him when he's about to leave and be like, hey, did you enjoy your day? Yeah, can we bug you for an autograph before you go? No, well, the man's sitting there trying to eat his fucking food. Dude, if I was famous, I hope I never get famous from this shit, because I would be the worst at those moments. Having a moment with my family and some fucking stranger, like, just think about it in your general day. Most of us are getting introverted more because the internet makes us feel like we've connected, but imagine you're with your friends, your homies, your boys, whatever, your ladies, your bitches, like, and you're having a great time. And because somebody recognizes you for what you do outside of, like, that friend circle, somebody comes up, and it just starts with one. It's probably like a fucking avalanche, like a little psh. And you're looking up, and then you see 2, 4, and then autographs. And now that person's night's absolutely fucking snookered. They're not going to get to enjoy themselves. They're on work mode now. Like, how would you... I'd like to think of it, because I work in kitchens and restaurants. That's kind of been my life. I've done some other trade work, but, I mean, primarily that's where I make my bread and butter. And I couldn't imagine... like my chef phoning me at like 3 in the morning to be like, hey, I left a plate in the sink. Need you to go clean that up and do some prep. Okay, but I'm in at 3 in the afternoon. Yeah, but I need that done right now. Right now. Yeah, but I'm in the middle of gaming and streaming. Yeah, but now. Like, and just like it sucks from both ends, because they get celebrated too much, and you put too much stock in these people, and then you forget they're people. Like, you just always... I guess I'm just trying to say, because I see it happening so much more nowadays. I like the YouTubers. Put more stock into people doing this shit, putting their own time into making it, not having an army of people making them look good. They got to balance this shit with... Some of them have a team now. Like, I mean, some of the bigger ones, but I mean, the ones that are just grinding it out, they got like 2 or 3 people. Like me and my fiance, we do this, and we bounce shit off of each other all the time, just bouncing ideas. Well, what are you doing? And like, if you go over and subscribe, I'm gonna plug her right now, The Odd One. We went to Poutine Fest a couple weeks ago. That was in town. I mean, the poutines were great. We took 2 trucks because the options just tickled us pink. Anyway, tickled the fancy, if you will. We kind of liked them. It was a good video, but the Poutine Fest was more of like 3 trucks in like some kids games and a vendor or two. One guy was selling like wallets and leather, like guy stuff. Okay, it's a festival, whatever. You expect to see some random stuff, but like it was really small. Like when you think fest, like I mean, I grow up near Toronto, so like the X comes to mind. I think like fest, right? We're gonna get like 100 trucks. We're gonna have a band. We're gonna if this is good enough this year, we're gonna bring a Midway next year. And for those of you that don't know what a Midway is, or we've never heard of a Midway, it's roller coasters or like little kids rides and games, and it's like a fair without the farm animals and bake-offs and stuff. Speaking of which, our fair's coming up. I think we're actually going to go Sunday, because I believe Sunday, I got to check into it, but ours has a wrecking race, smash up derby, and I am a redneck. So you want to drive a busted-ass car at another busted-ass car at a high rate of speed to bust both cars? Okay. I'll sit through that all afternoon. Some people like to watch golf. I don't know why, but some people do. I understand playing it, but like I'm weird because when I play sports, and a lot of the sports I've played I can't watch because I just want to go play the sport. I'm like, I really want to, like football. I have a hard time watching football. I played football for 5 years in high school, and I went back for a victory lap. But yeah, I can't watch it. Baseball's a boring sport to watch unless you're at the games. But yeah, baseball I just can't watch. Can't watch on TV. I can listen to it on the radio. I think the radio makes baseball more exciting. I kind of think the same way about soccer. You listen to it on the radio and it sounds like, oh man, shit's going. But I guess it's the sports announcer's job, right? Make the game sound exciting. But baseball announcers and soccer announcers, like, they're kind of top tier. But yeah, really boring sports to watch. But yeah, I always found that. Hockey. I love hockey. Never played hockey. Yeah, Canadian that didn't play hockey. Like, I can skate. Like, don't take it that way. But I just never got into hockey as a kid. Which is probably good for my parents having 3 kids. I mean, my sister played hockey for a few years. My sister was also my dad's kiss ass, so I think she played hockey to kiss dad's ass. Yeah, there, I called you out. Didn't call you by name, but everybody in the family knows who I'm talking about. So, no, I'm kidding. I love my sisters. They're good kids. They came up right. They got heads on their shoulders, screwed on tight. Yeah, I'm going to try and rhyme all night, apparently. I did my mouth warm-ups. If you watched the stream last night, I might have been having a seizure or a stroke. I can't remember which one makes you talk funny, but I was not enunciating well last night. And I am sorry, I'm distracted. I picked up my new Switch today. Well, new to me. Used by somebody else, actually. Thanks, Chef Joe. Looking at you, buddy. That was a great deal you gave me on it. It's been hooked up. Smash Bros has been played for a bit. Now I'm going to check out after we're done our stream here. We're going to check out some Jurassic Park classic games. So like the SNES, the NES. And I was saying that to somebody the other day. I can't remember who I was talking to about it. Talked to a lot of people about a lot of shit. But I always thought the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, killed it with their Jurassic Park game. It was 8-bit. And it felt like something that was like years ahead of its time, man. And then you go back and play it, and I'm like, what am I talking about? But no, I enjoy those games. Game Gear, beat the one for Game Gear. The Sega, I got close. But Sega was neat. Growing up, I got a Nintendo. And then I didn't get another console until the PlayStation. But, dear readers, true believers, beardos alike across sea to shining sea, I was able to play all of them as they came out Except Dreamcast. I didn't get my hands on Dreamcast games until I was like late to mid-20s? I don't know, my time frames are all fucked up, you know. We hit a comet and Bernstein, the Mandela effect. I don't know. Apparently multiple dimensions crossed and now we're here. Sorry. I couldn't keep a straight face. Conspiracy people make me laugh. All right, bullhit game. Shut the fuck up, Orty, and play. The people aren't here to listen to you talk. Or maybe you are. Oh, hang on. Nobody's here. We'll get there, folks. We'll get there. I have a problem. Like I think the Facebook. I actually I don't even think it's a group yet. I think I have it set up as an individual. But anyways, you can follow Orty Beard, which is this channel's Facebook. But I've got like 265 people. Now the funny fact, both. The funny fact. There we go, 3 in a row. But it's my Facebook on real life. I have 200 people. And let's put it this way, the 264 on my Facebook on the Orty's Beard channel, I have about 50 of the people from mine. 200 strangers have followed me, and I am begging for 18 fucking subs over here. 19 subs. I didn't check the analytics before I jumped on. I think I'm at 18. So I can do live streams. I can take you into the laboratory, which is sitting ever so adjacently to my right, and take you on the wonderful, wacky world of the shit I create. Because sometimes I carve, sometimes I paint, sometimes I make custom figures, and I'm going to get further into that. Sometimes I pour resin. Sometimes I combine a whole bunch of the same shit, and then I pour resin onto wood that I have either carved or shaped, turn it into a table or a lamp. You'll see some of those later on. Follow my journey, as they say. Watch me come to what I should be. But yeah, I want to do that shit with you guys. Like, I got a McFarlane guy from the Warhammer series that I want to paint live. We could talk about it. You could be like, Orty, pick that color. Orty, don't pick that color. Orty, you're not listening to us. Orty, you're an Android user, aren't you? Stubborn as the day is long. But yeah, guys, like, come on, tell your friends. If you're watching this, if you know me, if you check these out, support the motherfucker. My 200 friends that I do have in real life, I need 18 of you to sub. And I mean, some of you already are. You might be part of the 50 or the 32 that I already have. And if you are, ignore this PSA. It's not aimed at you. You're great. You got my backer. Thank you. Orty will always be loyal for that. The rest of you sidewinding, 2-bit, 2-timing, no good. No, I'm kidding. Just some people are busy and some people don't do this shit, so I get it. I have a very big rainbow of friends, and they range from, fuck you, Orty, I'm not doing that because I don't do that shit, to yeah, I'll share it to everybody, and, you know, the ones that are in between. I don't need you to turn the notifications on. I don't care if you know, because, like, Jesus Christ, if you have the notifications on for me, you're going to hate following me. I don't sleep. So, I mean, they checked the stream last night. I think I was up until 4. I ended it at, like, 4:30 my time. I don't sleep. People in the UK and Australia, across the globe, you can actually follow this Canadian streamer, and I might be on at your local time. What? Yeah. It's neat. It's really neat. And because I'm not in it for YouTube's ad revenue bullcrap game, I just basically say whatever the fuck I want, and eventually somebody's gonna come and go, you can't say that shit, and I'll be like, you're gonna pull videos? Or you're just not gonna give me money for those videos? Because I'm not in it for the bag. I'm in it for the fun. I like to get out there. I talk to myself all the fucking time, so why not just do it and get paid for it? It's funny. I found this out, and I never pursued streaming. I didn't have a technologically advanced family. I was the tech guru, so I mean that's not saying a lot nowadays. And I've taken a big step back. I haven't owned a PC since I was like 22, like a good PC. Like I've had like some clunky ones, and they just frustrate you when you're waiting for a window to load for 5 minutes. You're just like, smash. That's what you do, that computer smash. No. But yeah, I've always kind of done this, but I noticed the most on WoW. I used to play WoW. Thank you, Crawford. Thank you, Boone. You guys saved my life. They did a hard intervention They hadn't seen me for like 3 months after they introduced me to WoW. I was working a night shift, so I'd get home at about 7, have my cervezas, and then I would WoW until I was tired, go to bed, rinse, lather, repeat. That was my life for like 3 months. There's a reason I was 350 pounds. Yeah, so one day they're like, we haven't seen you in like months. We haven't heard from you in like weeks. It's time to end this shit. Yeah, just let me finish this raid. Let me do this dungeon. Let me follow this team. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, WoW's great. I just can't play WoW. I have a very addictive personality. That's the reason I don't try hard narcotics. Because no, don't want to throw my life down that drain. Cigarettes for alcohol. I had a problem with alcohol. Like, come on. I have a problem with coffee, technically, but I mean, nobody really talks to you about that one or cigarettes too much, so you should quit. But I mean, when I try and quit, I become a much bigger asshole, I noticed. So, you know, California sober. I like my weed, I like my smokes, and I like my caffeine, and all that shit's legal here, so winning. And they don't really hurt too many people. And I'm like stupid conscious about when I smoke if I'm not around a group of smokers. Like, I will hold my cigarette and hold my exhale if people are walking past me and I'm having a smoke out in public. Like, I try to be. I mean, I still get dirty looks because you filthy smoker. Look at that beard. I honestly think people thought I was homeless today. I had the shop pants on. I was running around all day. I got some side looks, man. I'm like, what the fuck? It's raining out. I'm not going to wear my Sunday best like you yuppies. This isn't my outing. I got shit to do today. Alright. Anyways, bullhit. Let's do this. I'm rambling. I can ramble while I shoot shit. And as always, thank you guys for being here. Or when you do come here, wind up checking these out. Thank you. Oh, and thank you from the past. Hopefully by that point the beard's like down to here. These are like some old videos I've been yelled at like 100 times for the shit that comes out of my mouth. But like I said, I'm opinionated. But what's always cool about an opinion is if you come to me with the facts, and I mean facts, not the made up bullshit in your heads. Hard facts. You can probably sway me a little bit. I don't know everything. I'm smart, but I'm not like genius smart. I got like a surface understanding of shit that goes way deeper than a surface level. But I can carry a lot of myself in a conversation. So sometimes I come off half-cocked, but that's just because I don't know everything about what I'm talking about. So if you ever get offended, like, talk to me. Don't get fucking pissed off and, like, railroad me on the internet. Because I don't live there. It's not a real fucking place. I think that's one of my favorite quotes to come out of a comedy sketch. I'm not going to name it because people are a little bumhurt about it. I think he's a brilliant man. I think comedy's brilliant, though. You got to be really smart to write comedy. Those who can't comedy, stream! Here's Orty's beard. And then some of those who stream can comedy really well. There's some great ones. I laugh at a lot of guys. There's this one guy, I wish he'd break away from Screen Rant because I really don't like them as a company whole. I don't like that corporate structure on YouTube. There was a place for that. It was called cable TV. But again, a lot of people are starting to go that route anyways. But he does this, the guy that does the movie pitch, I love him. He makes me laugh everyone he does. Yeah, barely an inconvenience. Sorry, I spend a lot of time on YouTube, so I'll talk about a bunch of shit. Like, I go from Thunderfoot, who is like, he's really good at debunking scientific stuff. He's got a real hard-on for Elon Musk. I mean, just watch Elon from PayPal to now. Like he's made so many promises. It's one of those things when you run a business like that, just be about the business stuff until you know for sure. Don't make claims like you're going to be on Mars in 20 minutes. It just doesn't make sense, right? But like I said, we are going to get into this. Now, one thing I noticed last night in this game, this is fucking brutal, and we'll go and show you. Yeah, like, okay, am I even going to get to see the front view? Like, nope, all the storm. Okay, so for those of you new to this and that is sitting through my bullshit bong rants, I was thinking while I was speaking. That's usually where I get in trouble. Well, you should just speak. So we're gonna go through it. Like this guy, Captain Ash, dashing alcoholic, because when you pick him, he takes a swig. Now, Lady Jane, she's Bonnie from like the Bonnie and Clyde era. Like I like that, right? So I was like, yeah, okay, they're pretty good reference. Then we got Detective Harry Tripper and Christine Malone. Again, classy looking thing. Kind of got the Charlie's Angel vibe going on. She's definitely a respectable looking cop lady. Now remember, Olga, we've already seen this, but this is what we grew up in with the 2000s. And then people wonder why we're so fucking like whatever, man. I've seen much worse already. Like, so we'll go into Deacon Swan. Chastity Detroit. Now Chastity, she's still pretty modest. They got the cleavage hanging out, but modest, right? No, it gets much worse after this. I think that's like the last modest, and I'm like giving them like on a modesty scale. She's from like not modest to modest. She's like a 4.5 because the village. Okay, so we got Dr. Seth Gravin. And then we talked, like, she's wearing a thong with nylon. Like, I feel like that's like, Dr. Kaji Nadir, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Cat, put your hands together for Dr. Cat. Like, oh man, that might be a dated voice. Now, Fingers McKenzie. And then, like, Hooker McGee. Like, I like, if feminists were to protest this one, I'd kind of fucking get it. Like, what the fuck? Here's that RPG, here's the male version, here's the female version. Again, like, it's just, it's made me laugh so hard. And then we're here, and we'll even go check out the one after this, because you can check out the characters. So R10, you got a robot. Even like what? I don't get it. And this is what we grew up with, folks. So when you're judging people that were raised from like the 80s to the 2005s, we're a different breed. Like, I mean, technically we're the Gen X generation's kids. Like, think about that. If they didn't care, we literally were born without a garden to fuck tend. Like, I mean, I technically think I'm more of a Gen X than I am millennial, because, like, I listen to Gen Xers, I'm like, yep, uh-huh. Like, I know. I listen to millennials and I'm kind of like, really? Who the fuck raised you? Like, but then again, I had, my parents worked full time, so when we were kids, we got a lot of time with the grandparents, and, well, they raised Gen X, so, I mean, there you go. That's basically how it is. Aunts and uncles, so. And then I grew up and I started looking after my sisters. It's just like the circle of life. And, you know, you help out where you can. Alright, let's get into the docs. So we're doing it on easy. Jacques Maurice, or Hooker McHooker-faced McGee. Booty shaking. What's that called? BBL? Brazilian booty lift? I just found that out like fucking a couple months ago. Again, here's pop culture. Here's 40. Like, if it ain't a Marvel movie, And even that, I've kind of like, they've oversaturated my tiny little brain. Beyond books, reading comics, I've just spread myself too thin sometimes. I think that's my problem. That's why I cut the stream down. I was gung-ho, ready to go. I had some time when I started it, some free time. Thought it would be easy. Got the tablet. Fell off because, like, we had to get a new mattress. We did a yard sale. We did the Poutine Fest. Like, just things got in the way, and I got to be more transparent about letting you fine folks know that through the TikTok and the YouTube and the face barf, for as good as that is. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, we're gonna do this. I want to get a light with Orty's beard, and I want to get a light that says Orty's Lab. So if you know a light guy that's pretty cheap for the first bit, and then we'll upgrade as we go. But you know, I'll always give shout outs. I'm a dirty, shameless here for promoting other people's stuff, especially, you know, if you're just starting out and trying to do it the way I am. I'm gonna call it grassroots. I'm gonna learn as I go, as I get yelled at, and learn what I can and cannot do. I will try not to steal people's music or material, but like intellectual property, sorry. So I'm not going to try and clip a bunch of shit. I'll look into it more, but like, I mean, you're going to get more just stuff I create. Like, small fun fact, I did video editing for the high school I went to for 2 or 3 years. Shout out to Tutor, you were great. There's a handful of you guys from the tech department that were really the reason I got out of high school with a certificate and didn't just leave of my own accord at some point. You know those teachers that'll just kind of, if they see you're learning, even if it's not necessarily what they wanted you to learn, they just let you go and encourage it? Tutor was one of those guys. Like, I did the minimal I had to do his course requirements, so pulled the C or whatever so I didn't get kicked off a football team. But I would do the video editing, and he'd give me marks for that, right? And I always appreciated that because I did a lot. I think my biggest stress doing the video editing, and I got to get back into that myself because I use Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker. I was learning Adobe, but Adobe was like such a different beast back then. And now that I'm using some of the apps to do it and help Megan do some of her stuff on the side, I'm like, wait a minute, they made this like stupid easy. I did a project for a teacher or an instructor at one of the ski academies. He knew one of the teachers, and they aligned us with him. He had a bunch of family video he had taken for their time over here while he was an instructor, so he wanted it all kind of cut down to like an hour-long video they could show their friends. So I, being me, I'm like, this is a great opportunity because I was training a couple younger guys in different grades for when I left the school to keep doing what I was doing. One kid that I remember, he was so brilliant. I can't remember his last name, but it's Kier. And like, kid, if you're watching this and you're doing good for you, buddy, because you fucking earned it. You were a goddamn genius. The kid was showing me how to green screen before it was just like, hey, like, it's so fucking easy now. This shit we had to do back then. We had to go frame by frame and remove the green screen, and then go frame by frame and superimpose the image where we removed the green screen. It was the only way to do the effect at the time. Yeah, I'm old. I'm fucking old. You're welcome, by the way. We had to struggle through that so you could just have YouTube remove it and put you on the shelf with your fucking toy collection. Yeah, go check out one of the shorts. I did that. I've got some other ideas. But, again, I gotta find the time. And I'm very bad for being selfish. Okay. My time is my time. I'm gonna use it for what I want to do. And that's why, like, all the stuff I do, I can share with you if I could get the live stream going. Because I don't want to record it, edit it, because then it makes it feel too much like work, and I don't want to destroy hobbies I really enjoy. Whereas if I can just live stream it, you guys can get it. I don't have to clip shit. Like, and then, because, like, Megan does a lot more themed videos, I'd like to use my editing to help her channel grow. Mine's never going to grow, because I'm not after their money, so they're going to bury me. And that's alright, I'm okay with that. If I'm meant to be, I will be. If I'm not, wait and see. Yeah, I told you I was doing the rhyming thing tonight. But yeah, so ultimately, I've lost my train of thought. Left the station, I wasn't on it. Bye! Oh, another sniper rifle round. These suck. The video editing project, that's where I was. So I got them edited, but it was a big project, and uploading the videos were ridiculous because you had to take it from the camcorder and it would run the tape. So if there was a 3-hour tape in there, it would take 3 hours to put it on the computer. There was no like fast fire stick, firewire. That's what we used. I don't know the technical name of shit. I learned the quick name so I can reference it and everybody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Because calling it the QXL 66669 meant I went to school and learned that code for some reason. I did not go to school to learn shit after high school, and it shows sometimes. Because apparently a piece of paper is very important to people these days. There's a bad guy. I should duck. Okay, we know he's gonna come out here. Yeah, this aim. This is aim. This is sniping. Yeah! PlayStation 2 had some interesting things for it. Oh! Hey, where's my auto aim? Oh yeah, that was something I noticed too. The brightness on this sucks. Worst brightness settings ever. Where? Oh. Generic polling voice. There, clip it. I gave you one. You wanted a deeper tone? Whoa, that guy had a rocket launcher. That ain't good. Rocket Man, trying to blow my fucking head right off. Trying to make me red mist. Yeah, the head right off was better. You're right. You're right, stream. I'm just having an imaginary one in my head. Like the conversations. I hope everybody knows if Ryan Reynolds wasn't there to play Deadpool, I'm sitting here just waiting for it. Is that one of those gun turrets? Oh, I hate these fucking things. Did anybody notice my hatred for that gun turret was unnecessary or warranted? Oh, I got a pistol? Pistols are dope in this game. A rocket launcher. Bang! Well, now I can take care of that turret. Why is it a grenade? Oh, RPG, I guess. Rocket propelled grenade. I can see the logic. I don't necessarily. Oh my god! I just want to get more ammo for my machine gun. It's so hard. It's so hard to walk on these platforms now after being spoiled for so many years with good developed games that had better engines and better technological advances. It's just so hard. I don't know how you guys do it. That's what we had at the time. That's how we did it. I imagine there's a kid somewhere. Oh man, this is giving me like GoldenEye vibes. Oh, it is a grenade launcher. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. Oh, we'll bounce him. Haha! I forgot every gun, or most guns. Haha, that's right in there. You're dead. I'm sorry, that made my day. Which has been quite long. I had a 3-hour nap before I came to stream for you guys, so if I'm kind of fucking squirrely. Well, I'm squirrely on a good day, but I'm more squirrely when I'm tired. I'm a wily squirrel when I'm tired. Oh, where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Blew your head off, yo. Ah, you thought I was gonna say Cotton Eye Joe. Subverted your expectations. Is there a guy in here? Ba-ba bang, ba-ba bang. I heard somebody shooting. Let's take it. Spray. Ah, I blew up your crate! Oh, yeah, take it off this. I don't even know what my mission is. How do I get in there? Oh, oh, Lordy. Yeah, you got a 3-hour nap, bud. Oh, I guess this is what I'm supposed to take. Die, zombie, zombie, zombie! Die, zombie, zombie, zombie! They're time zombies? Space zombie wizard things? Whoa, no, no, no! Why did we switch to the really bad gun to shoot at close range? I have no idea where I'm supposed to drop the bag. I'm hoping it's over here somewhere. Usually if these assholes spawn, these zombie time... There's no story. Like, this is the story. You get it? I don't. Oh, no fucking dying when you have the bag. There it is. All right. Way to go, stream. We found it. Way to go, stream. We found it. Because you were as involved in that as I was. All right. Not 19%. That's callback to last night's stream. We seldom got over 19% for some of these, for like 4 or 5 of them. So... anything over 19's a win for me, because the controls fucking suck. But it's a nostalgia trip for me. These were, like, again, some of my favorite games for these consoles. I think I had every one that came out for the PS2. And then I lived up north, like way up north, Northwest Territories north. Shout out to Fort Providence. Yeah, I lived up there, so the game selections, like, it was expensive to get a game up there, so I just kind of, anytime I got into Walmart, I would buy a bunch of games. Like, our paychecks were pretty good because we were living pretty remote. But I remember the one trip I bought a new TV, not a big one, it was like a 32 or 27 inch, nothing fancy either, just some generic Walmart crap TV, PS3, Borderlands, Red Dead Redemption, which were 2 great games to buy for long haul play. I played the shit out of the first Borderlands. I think it's my favorite Borderlands just because of that. And there was another game I got. I'm trying to think. There was a Borderlands, Red Dead. What was the other fucking game I got? I think I got Soul Calibur or something like that. I got a fighting game. I just kind of got 2 RPGs and something to split up the monotony. And then I got back to Ontario. And when I got back to Ontario, I was able to get 360. I think it was a refurb. Was it a 360? Yeah, I got a 360 because I wound up playing Mass Effect 1 and I think 2. I 24-hour beat Mass Effect my first playthrough. Or maybe not. It was I finished it in 24 hours. Like I got to I think I'm at the end, and it was a lot of energy drinks, and that would have been something to stream. But the internet did not exist up there, so think dial-up was bad. Think dial-up you had to borrow every couple hours, and you were sharing it with like 100 other people. But yeah, it's just different. You know, you're going remote, so you know shit's gonna be a little not normal. And if you expect normal when you go remote places, you're silly. That's kind of the idea. You went remote for a reason. Oh, by the way, every time I clear a level, I hit a bull. Welcome to the stream. Morty's a pothead. But, again, I've said it before. You get 4 guys drunk, they'll start a fight with each other. You get 4 blokes high, they'll start the fucking Beatles. Space Waves, a 2035 story. 2 people struggle to figure out what the fuck the story is on Timesplitters. I'm pretty sure after you clear all of them, you get a thing. And I do remember back in the day clearing all of it. And then I think there's secret achievements too, like shooting all the heads off unlocks characters and stuff. I will look that up after we beat it. I thought it's been so long that it almost feels new. But it's like crappy new because I've been, again, spoiled with so much good controllers for so many years now. Back in my day, you only had a D-pad and 4 buttons. And that's a lie. Back in my day, because I was privileged enough to have an Atari and one of those busted ass old tube TVs. Okay, so again, you guys are fucking spoiled. We're all spoiled now, not you guys. I shouldn't just take a shot at the younger generation here. We're all fucking spoiled now with USB cords and I mean, we still bitch about it. It's fucking hilarious. Do you guys remember, like, if you do, shout out to me in the comments to know my peeps are watching this shit. Do you remember those old TVs that were, like, built into, like, wooden, like, engraved, and they, in the TV, like it was show furniture. Okay, so you've got the picture of the TV. It's got like it's just like this embossed wood with a TV inlaid into it, like crank knobs on it. Not buttons. No buttons didn't exist back then. And if you lost the remote, or your parents lost the remote to move or something, guess what, kiddo? You were the buttons. But there's this. So the old consoles, it used to be like the cable, the coax cable, the one that screws in. If you look on the back of your TVs, they have a port for antennas to go into them. A lot of them, the TVs still do, or some TVs do now. It's basically gotten rid of the technology in my country, so whatever. Or it's used for an emergency band now. I don't know what happened to them, but I know they tore down a lot of the antennas because you used to be able to put rabbit ears and grab like the local broadcast channel in the airwaves. It's like science and shit that I don't understand, or I do, but I'm not confident enough in my knowledge to explain it to a general audience. That's one of those things I'll let the professionals handle. So Google it, because some guy did it for like his whole life and can explain it vividly with imagery, computer generated. Man, there are some smart cookies on this planet. And I mean smart in their chosen field. Like, I mean, again, it's that celebrity thing I was talking about earlier. You just, we need to respect people that have spent their entire life looking at the same thing. Like, studying it, watching it change, adapt, watching the patterns. Like, there's a saying I love, and it's kind of like a scientific thing, right? Once is an accident, twice is a coincidence, three times is a pattern, and that's what science looks for. It looks for the patterns in everything. And then, like, the way they process it doesn't make sense to most of us because we don't understand the maths and shit. Like, I'm an idiot when it comes to math. I have to look up shit all the time just to understand what I'm trying to, like, simple formulas. Like, shit you should just know. I mean, the, like, multiplication, one thing I do want to say to all of my math teachers growing up, you know that whole thing about not ever gonna have a calculator just sitting in your back pocket? Wow, that aged like fucking sour milk, huh? So again, like I think if the kids are gonna have them anyways, teach them how to do it all on the calculator. Teach them the formulas they need and how to plug the numbers into those. Because once I understand a formula, I'm usually pretty good now. But I mean, back in high school, I give two fucks. I'm a teenager. Boobies, drinking, and football. That's that's. I mean, I still like boobies. So you know you've grown up. Yeah. Horty's epiphany moment. Huh. I have grown as a person. Well, in metal music, I guess, is high school. Now I like all types of music, but metal's my jam when I'm just wanting to listen to something that I'm familiar with. Another thing you do, shout out my favorite band. I don't care if it's metal or not. If it's not punk or K-pop, because K-pop's just boy bands from Korea. Change my mind. No, seriously, try to. You're not going to. That's one of those opinions I'm firm on. But hey, if you like the music, cool. I'm not shitting on you for the music. It's just not for me. I've heard enough of it. Growing up, I had two younger sisters through Spice Girl, Backstreet Boy, NSYNC era. So imagine all the other ones that I didn't name. S Club, 98 Degrees, Take That. Oh, there's a million more. But I'm just going to stop there. Because honestly, I'm searching for the rest of them. They were just like High Five, Jav Guys, Cheetah Girls. I make myself laugh, and honestly, that's all that fucking matters, folks. Again, I hope everybody's having a good Monday. And if you had a blah Monday, remember, tomorrow's Tuesday, which is one day away from hump day, which means you're almost there. That is a half cup type of scenario, isn't it? Alright, hitting the bowl, playing the Spaceways. I'm sorry guys, I'm just really tired tonight, so. And it's midnight, so it's technically Tuesday. Probably gonna read some comics. Oh, yeah, I wanted to tell my stream. And if you watch this years later, it's not gonna mean jack shit. But Google Play, I get all my comics on Google Play. There's ones I seek out for my collection online, like physical copies, but they're older comics. I don't really fuck with the new comics or older ones that I know are hard to get, like a Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns is quite pricey, whereas I got it for I think like $8 on sale. But anyways, I'm digressing. Google Play throws on some pretty good deals. I'm gonna give my hat tip to DC Comics though. Your comics go on sale for like amazing prices all the time. Marvel, your comics go on sale when you're pumping out that movie. So it was cool to grab some Doom comics this week, and I'm probably gonna sneak back on there because I noticed the Scooby-Doo Apocalypse series is on there, and I've always wanted to check that out. I think it's a cool. I think that's kind of what we need to do nowadays because, like, let's face it, they're selling me back my nostalgia all the time, and not me personally. Like I'd buy this shit regardless. The stuff behind me, I loved comics. I loved all this shit. I think superheroes are something everybody should strive to be every day. It'd just be a better place to live here because you got to think of how selfless those guys are walking around. But I mean, they're never going to be real. I mean, Iron Man's probably the closest thing we could ever get, unless genetics gets real freaky, and then maybe a Hulk or a Spider-Man. But it's 100 years down the road, and I'm not going to be here to see that. But I do enjoy the ideas they held, and like Stan Lee used them for so much. They used it for so much. So yeah, we're gonna launch this after this bowl. We'll shoot some spaceways. Sorry, I'm tired, so I'm just kind of talking. The bowl is clogged. Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. I just cleaned the fucking bong. I didn't clean the bowl, dummy. Alright. This might be the last one. Beat this, and then we'll start on the second game for next week. Keep these streams going for a bit so I don't have to think much about it. Maybe do some artwork this week. Because I got a video to edit showing this shit getting set up. Oh my god, I bought 2 posters today. I got a Deadpool and Wolverine one, the best friends medallions. And then I got a cross one of a bunch of Marvel characters. Some I know, some from it's the Ultimate Universe, I think. It wasn't the comic I thought it was, but you got like Moon Knight representing, you got the Scarlet Spider, Ben Ripley up there. Some cool stuff. Cap's up there, you got Cosmos, Spidey. You got the Guardians. You got the X-Men accounted for. I mean, Gambit, Storm. I don't see Colossus, but I mean, there's a bunch in the back I haven't really checked out. There's Jean Grey. Colossus has got to be there. What do you mean there is no Colossus? This is bullshit. You got fucking Yondu, but you don't have Colossus? Yeah, right. That ain't right. You got Nova Prime, but you don't have Colossus? No. I'm missing them. Sorry, this is now bugging me. You've got the Thing, so the Fantastic Four are there. I guess the Invisible Woman could be there, even if she wasn't. Heroes for Hire, She-Hulk, they got a ton of them. I'm sorry, I'm actually, for the first time, actually looking, at all the actual, I'm making fun of the fact that I said it like 9 times there, characters. Is that Colossus, or is that just Hulk's shoulder? Yeah, there's a few not accounted for. I don't think I see Deadpool up there either. No Cable. That's Black Bolt. Oh man. Who's rating this shit and what are they trying to push at us? You got Spider Pig, but you don't have Colossus? Or maybe he's a setup. What's his real name? Dimitri something? Like, I'm not super well versed in a lot of these guys. Like, the ones I like, I know a lot of. Like Wolverine, Deadpool, Spider-Man, even though he's not my favorite, I know quite a bit about his lore, the Hulk. I want to say the Punisher, but they keep fucking his story around. Is he PG? Is he R-rated? Sorry. Look at how he stare up into space and talk to you. Alright, do we go the pleasure bot or the junk pile? Pleasure bot or the junk pile? Pleasure bot or I'm going to the junk pile because... Well, if he dies, no big loss, already a junk pile. Start game. If it doesn't pump 3 more levels at me, we are going to call it a night. If it pumps 3 more, we'll try the first one, and then we'll see where we're at. That's assuming I just curb stomped this one. Got the sci-fi auto rifle. Got the sci-fi auto rifle. I can get hit by those. What a neat level. Some of the levels are kind of cool. And remember, like, this is pretty bitchin'. I think that's one thing I kind of want to try and do with this stream is, like, you got to put yourself back with, like, where the technology was. because I think we lose sight of how, like, and I'll tell you why after I tell you the reason. We lose sight of where this stuff was made from. You can't go, this game sucks, because, like, without this game, I don't think you'd have some of your current shooters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of the technology, somebody developed this, and then somebody jumped on it and went, hey, we can make that better. Right? And that's kind of where I think gaming's gone stagnant. Everybody's afraid to try new shit. They just want to keep giving us the same, hey, here's... Well, I mean, perfect example. Live service games are just taking over right now, and I mean, they're alienating a gamer such as myself, where I prefer solo gaming. Like, I'll get on. My buddy wants me to get the new Warhammer game when I get the funds together, but I got some other things I got to take care of. But ultimately, like, I don't do a lot of online gaming. I like to game with my buds that got games. Friends, gaming with friends is awesome. Like, I mean, I can't tell you how many times we set up 3 Xboxes and had 3 TVs and guys on every team. And, like, those are the memory building stuff. And I get that the online thing's kind of like that nowadays. And, well, it is like that. It just means you're all hanging out at your own places while kind of still in the same room. But, you just got to appreciate where it started. Like, I mean, I'd have to have 4 guys come over to my place to play this sometimes, because not all of them had the internet, right? Or a PS2, or like, so it was neat. It was really cool to watch where it went for a while, and now it's just become this money-making cash pig. It's like Hollywood. They're afraid to just try different shit. Like, I mean, Disney's a perfect fucking example. I just read a comic book of Wolverine versus the Predator. Disney owns both of those. Disney can just do it in some other multiverse, make it a 3 series, let some horror director do it, cast a different Wolverine, like, or use Jackman, like, everybody loves him. It doesn't, like, it's all set up to be done already. They can do this. I mean, there's one Aliens versus Avengers. Who owns both of those properties? Like, why aren't we getting this shit? Like, I get you want to keep your big universe, so do it. Do it for the kids. I'd love to see the Marvel movies as a kid. I can only imagine how blown away I'd be. Like, whoa! Like, remember, their imaginations are so big. And you just put the Hulk on screen throwing Loki around. Like, whoa! But, again, like, I'm kind of, like, bored with the general super... It's like the cartoons. After a certain while, you watch the same stories a million times. Okay. It gets stagnant. Got the minigun! Oh yeah, alt fire. It's like a shotgun blast. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is, I just want to not see gaming go stagnant, and it's starting to feel that way. Like, I don't get excited about a lot of games like I used to. Like, because most of the time I'm like, yeah, I'll wait until the Game of the Year edition's out, because it's probably fucking glitchy as fuck right now. And I mean, I've been burnt a few times, and it's funny, because one of the ones that everybody else got burnt on, and I'm like, what the fuck was everybody's problem with it? Cyberpunk. I got the poster sitting here beside me. Like, I thought it was really good. Everybody's like, oh, it's glitchy. I'm like, no worse than Bethesda games when they release. I mean, fuck, Bethesda made a career on it. Oh, Bethesda's releasing a new game? Yeah, wait a couple months. Why? Then it'll be properly fixed. I remember Skyrim. Got it day 1. Vikings and Dragons. I'm fucking in all day, every day. The only way you could have made that game any better, Ninja Viking Dragons. Like, sorry, I'm just laughing at myself. But I do, you'll notice this when I start streaming more of my RPG plays. I am notorious for clipping, like running into walls, running along walls to see if they did their clipping right. And in Skyrim, I fell down a mountain I wasn't using the jumping glitch. I wasn't fucking around that way. I was just walking, jumping normal, the way you can get up. It's allowing me this way. And I jump. And I just plummet to the base of the mountain. And I'm like, oh, okay, there must be somewhere on this side I can walk out. They must know. Nope. Nope. And because I wasn't saving and I wasn't doing autosave stuff, I lost 38 hours of gameplay, and I was fucking quite upset with it. And then, fast forward to Cyberpunk, I had one side quest, and it was, I think, the bounty hunting one. One of the guys glitched. I killed him funny and put him in a car or something. I can't remember what I did. I didn't do it the way the mission wanted it, and it glitched. There was no way to reset it. That was my only issue with Cyberpunk. Like, nothing else came out where I'm like, oh, this game brutal. Oh, I mean, one thing I don't do is go read what the publishers are saying, because, like, I grew up with the guy that made Fable. Like, I promised the world every game, and it was kind of there, maybe. But, I mean, like, I just don't get that invested in what they're saying. They're trying to sell their game. Of course they're going to pump it up a little bit more than it's supposed to. Now, I mean, some of the glitches I've seen, I respect why people were upset, but I mean, on my end, it was no worse than Bethesda. I mean, give it a couple of months and let them patch it, and everything will be copacetic again. But instead, they went and, like, destroyed CD Projekt Red's reputation, you know, the guys that have brought us every great Witcher game to date. Like, I mean, The Witcher 3 is so good. I love RPGs. That's exactly my style of game. I'll never finish it. I picked it up, and I'm like, it's too big. I'll never beat it. Because I'm like, I get kind of completionist with it. I can't say I'm like die-hard completionist. Like, if I don't finish it, that's the end of the world. Nothing's ever going to be right again. Like Jupiter and Saturn, you aligned with the moon, and now the curse is upon us. But, I mean, ultimately, it doesn't end my life. It's not the end of my gaming career. I mean, sometimes I'll try really hard. I'll get fixated on something in a game. Like achievement hunting, I'm notorious. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I'm not ready for this. I am not mentally or physically prepared for what I need to do here. I don't have the health. This is not okay. This game should know better. These spider zombie mutant things are not okay. Nothing is right. Is there goddamn health somewhere? Oh no, I'm gonna get murdered. How is there not a health pickup to be had? Come on. Oh, that's why I was just supposed to sprint to it. Alright, got it. It's funny, you guys have been listening to me fucking just ramble. And if you did come and stay to listen to me... Oh, no! Fuck! Damn it! Ah! 18! Fuck! But if you did just stick around and listen to Orty ramble... Oh, I think we beat it! Boom! Oh yeah, woo! Game's beat. That's how Orty beats a game. If I'm not achievement hunting and credit roll, game's over unless they do that thing where you gotta play it again. Oxenfree. Oxenfree. I loved the first playthrough. I never played it the second time. I'm like, I just can't. I found out the New Game Plus is more of the game. And it was a good story, I just didn't feel like listening to it again. Welcome to the end of Timesplitters with Orty from Orty's Beard. Hey, programmer. I did a lot of shit, so just put me down as a programmer. It's easier this way. How do you like the flared out beard? The crazy man beard. Look at me and come see what adventures we can take you and me. Oh my god, I am beat. I've been running on the Batman sleep schedule, and that meme's true. sleep schedule is just a myth. So men won't think they're Batman. Or something along those lines. Again, I'm paraphrasing it. Oh, yeah, sorry, Orty's yawning, and I'm eating. This is coffee. Not doing anything tonight. That is how I know I'm at the week's end of the week. And I got some painting projects. Oh, I can show you guys one of my painting projects. He's on the shelf tonight. I'm gonna keep rotating stuff around that shelf, so if I turn, try and catch an eye on it. Oh yeah. It's Dead Night. Yeah, it's Deadpool stole Batman's gear. I'm just starting to learn how to do these guys. That's literally like my first small mini painted. Next week we'll put Iron Doom on the shelf. It's basically what we're getting with Robert Downey Jr. being Doom. It's just such a cheap way to sell tickets. Well, everybody's really excited about Hugh Jackman coming back. Give Robert Downey Jr., you know, his fucking price of Small Island to play Doom. Wait, he's Iron Man. Yeah, no, we want him to play fucking Doom. Are you drunk? No, Doom. Don't worry, variant, timeline. We'll figure it all out at the end. Here's what you do. You want to do a reboot. Don't do a soft reboot. Like, it's getting... I'm so fucking confused with where we're at with everybody. Hard reboot. You have Ryan Reynolds, because I know he's not going to want to play Deadpool forever. Do Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. It's so beautifully written. You could literally use most of it. It doesn't have to make a lick of fucking sense. Right? It's Deadpool. And just do it. Do it. Make it known that he's killing it. Yes, this is the reboot. This is it. If you grew up watching Robert Downey Jr. Avengers all the way through, like, this is the fucking coup de grace. We will not be calling back to those movies ever again. We're done with them. We're going to launch mini-series for all the characters with new actors, young actors. Get everybody, like, anybody that needs to be an older actor, but, like, cast the X-Men as the young X-Men, cast the Avengers as the young Avengers. Like, everybody's just kind of coming out. And do it. Do the whole thing again. But, like, do it comic accurate. Take, if it's, what is it? The Ultimate is the one they're on. I just read stories out of series that sound good. So I'm so all over the place with my knowledge of the Marvel Universe. But, what I'm saying is just take the runs that tie them all together and do one. This is what we're doing. But you do them as 3-offs, so you get the X-Men doing their story where they tie in. We, at this point, what you use your old movies for are all the origins and stuff. You keep that kind of true to form. And if you need to, Timesplitters will return. That's right, in Timesplitters 2, next week on Orty's Beard. We'll try and get the times a little bit more firm. It's just those are my days off, and Sunday I like to spend with the missus because it's the one day a week we're both off. So we usually try and go do something. I think next week we're going for a drive out to Aurelia. Becoming fall, so all the nice foliage change. Take the barns out for a hike through some of the trails out there. See if we run into any cool woodland critters. Bears, wolves, oh my. When you have lived as remote as I, lots of woodland critters don't make you say, oh my. Unless you're between a bear and a cub. I really don't give a fuck. They're probably just looking for grub. Holy crap. Timesplitters will return right after these more ads. Which leads me to my today's. I'm gonna make you guys 110% guaranteed I will never do an ad over my videos. Because there's I love some of these guys, but like they do 10-minute videos and 5 of its fucking ads for their shit. I'll never do that. My ads will be like, hey, I tried this product, pretty good. They're paying me to tell you about it. Or I tried this product. And that's another thing, adverts, I'm not gonna fucking softball my fans your product because you're giving me money to say it's good. I'll make sure I have a lawyer when I sign that contract because that's gonna be specified. If you give me a shit product and it's a shit product, I'm gonna let everybody know it's a shit product. That's like I said, I'm not gonna do, hey, it's not gonna be a pre-recorded either. It can't be pre-recorded. Look at, go back to where I dropped off. I dropped off for like a month, maybe 3 weeks. I dropped off hard. Audie left you, folks. He left you far and high and dry without Audie around. But look at the beard growth from there. Think about it in 2 more weeks. Right? Like, I can't lie to you people. Even if I get it trimmed, you're gonna, oh, okay, that's where you got it trimmed. I can't lie. The beard won't let me lie, even if I shave it. That's the beautiful part. The growth will always tell where we're at. It's not like I'm organized enough. You guys can tell that by how I drop off sometimes on you. Again, I'm gonna let you know though, if things are gonna go on. I'm gonna tell you the stream with a TikTok, some posts on the social here, right on the YouTube channel if you're following me. I think we're calling it a night after these credits are done. Jesus. I think I can skip them, but I would just kind of enjoy talking to people tonight. I'm pretty sure these are the same. Brandy already did the challenge mode available. There it is. Update. Alright, well, let's go through it. Where do we start? Oh, you can't do them unless you do them in certain times. Oh no, I just haven't unlocked that far. I see. Okay, so you start at the tune. We did the 1970s Chinese Mafia. 205. 205, I am tired. 2005 Cyberdin. 1950 Village. The 18, oh boy, Orty is tired. That's a 19, Orty. You know that. And that's an 85. So that together, that would be 1985. Chemical plant? No, chemical plant. 2020 Planet X. 1965 mansion. Oh, anybody watching the stream, checking this out, if you get there before October this year, let me know what games you want for Horror Month. I'm a big horror fan, and apparently I kind of dig playing those games for you guys. So I'm hoping the Plus will be just dumping the horror games out, but I doubt it. I know I got one of the Resident Evils. I think it's 3. So we'll speedrun that because I love what they've done with the Res Engine. I think it's Res Engine. Capcom's done a lot of good stuff with that. Games look beautiful, but I am so sick of having my nostalgia resold. I would love to see them do just like a straight up new zombie game. Drop the Resident Evil Biohazard stuff. Or keep it up, but do like more traditional zombie. Like George A. Romero, I remember, was heavily involved with one of the games, or really involved or inspired the games. I was in an old PlayStation magazine article I read years ago. It was one of my favorite ones. I read it a whole bunch. But I was really excited for Resident Evil. But go to like a more traditional, like maybe even just, I don't want to say live service, but like a multiplayer or solo experience. Like Days Gone. Days Gone was the shit. We'll probably wind up playing that again here. I love that game. And I have this great habit of picking games that everybody else seems to not care about. I'm like, oh, no. Perfect example, Legacy of Kain. It's been... I gotta Google this. This needs to be accurate. It has been... Well, let's just talk at it. Legacy of Kain last game release date. November 2003. Legacy of Kain. I think it was Defiance, wasn't it? I'm gonna look that up. Hang on, Legacy of Kain. Now, what's really cool, and I will bust it out one day for the stream, I have the original Blood. Oh, I wonder if they'll play on this. I have the original Blood Omen and Soul Reaver. Sorry, I'm just doing some research here. Legacy of Kain Defiance. Let's go Wikipedia. There usually are, right? Oh, no, I got that one. Yeah, so it was Defiance. 2003. What is it, 2024? Holy shit, as if I had to ask that. Yeah, what year is it? What year is it? Where? Yeah, okay, 2024. So, we haven't had a game in 21 years. 21 years. I love that series. Vampires, demons, Soul Reavens. If you know Soul Reaver, give a shout out in the comments. Say, bring it back. We need another one. Or just redo them all for a modern audience. Like, remaster those. Those need a remastering. Those need a rebuild from the bottom up. And I can't... Square Enix had them for a while. That game has been so fucking shopped around. It probably feels like a fucking orphan child. Oh, man. Alright. I think that's it for tonight, guys. Yeah, I think that's it for tonight. As always, thank you for coming out and watching this stream. Next week, Timesplitters 2. 2. Dose. And yeah, it's always been a pleasure. We will see you beardos later.